Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Bridget and today I'm going to be telling you guys about 5 ways to spend your summer if you didn't land an internship, but you want to next summer. So we're going to go in descending order, and I've done all of these things and I believe that they've helped me get internships. I know this because I've either gotten an internship after I did one of these things, or someone from my internship told me that seeing this on my resume was a huge green flag for why I got hired into the internship. So let's go ahead and start at the bottom of the list. One thing you might want to consider doing if you didn't get an internship this summer is to do an unpaid internship. Usually these are a lot easier to find, and I know it's a bit controversial at the moment. Unpaid internships, my experience with them has been, I did one my senior year of high school before I came into college, and I was also working at Chipotle at the time, part-time. It was a lot of work. I'd be working like 12-hour days between the startup unpaid internship and Chipotle. But it was worth it in the end for me because in my first internship, I remember talking to one of the people on my team and I was like, hey, so what helped me get hired here? And they really said having that internship experience, even though it was unpaid on my resume, really set me apart from some of the other candidates. And that's part of the reason why my resume got to the end stages of the interview process. And eventually I was hired into that company and I got the privilege of talking to the team. So my experience with unpaid internships has been pretty good. And even if you do an unpaid internship and don't learn that many technical skills, it'll teach you things like how a dev team works, how meetings work, and how to really behave in a professional environment. Those were all great things I got from my unpaid internship. Now, that being said, if you are very against unpaid internships, I totally understand, and there are a lot of other options to do over the summer. In particular, one of them is taking classes. So I highly recommend this, especially if you haven't taken an intro to programming class or if you haven't taken data structures and algorithms. The intro to programming class, it's kind of clear why you need that to get an internship next summer, and that was probably a contributing factor to not getting one this summer. But data structures and algorithms is even more important, I would say. Maybe not more important, but they're both very, very important, data structures and algorithms, because with a lot of these companies, the way that they hire is they'll give you a coding challenge or some kind of in-person interview that involves a coding challenge, and coding challenges are very, very algorithms and data structures based. So if you haven't taken that class, you're going to be at a huge disadvantage for getting into these internships. And if you take a class like this over the summer, you can spend all of your time on it and really, really learn the fundamentals well. So I highly recommend taking one of those 2 courses over the summer, or if you have any other technical courses that are going to be difficult that are offered over the summer, take it then, because you'll probably have more time during the summer to work on that class, as opposed to during the school year when you're taking 5 different classes at the same time. Now, if you don't want to do an unpaid internship and you don't want to do a class, another thing you can do that's a bit more independent is to work on your own side project. There's a higher chance of it being cool, 1, and 2, actually resulting in something finished and cool that you can ship. Because for most classes, you'll be given smaller side projects like make a hello world problem or like do a client server echo something, like it'll be these smaller projects that are just to learn a language or to learn a concept. But if you can work on your own side projects and really solve a problem that you care about and bring something into the world, then you can ship that. And in addition to it being something that you created and that feeling of accomplishment and realizing that you can program, you're going to be able to put these things on your resume for next summer. And they're really going to be helpful in getting you that job next summer because it'll show that you take initiative, it'll show that you can carry a project from start to finish. If you don't want to work alone on your side project, another thing I recommend is going to a hackathon, because then you can work with other people and there's the chance of getting swag at these wonderful hackathons. A lot of them are virtual too, so you can work with people from all over the nation and get seen by a lot of really, really big companies. Now, if you don't want to do any of those things and you're in college, another thing that I recommend is doing a research project with a professor. So this is something I actually did during the semester and I'm going to continue doing into the summer, even though I'm interning somewhere. But yeah, I'm going to do a research project over the summer too. So the reason why I recommend this is because 1, you'll build connections with a professor. 2, you're going to get really, really niche into some topic. So most of us are in college here trying to get an internship. And if you go really, really niche into a topic, it's going to give you a chance to explore multiple fields and also see, hey, do I really like data anonymization? Is this something I want to do in the future as a career? And if it is, it's going to be really, really beneficial to get super deep and niche into it when you're in college. Or if you want to explore something in networking or like game theory, you can go and contact that professor and ask them. Now, there's other ways than just emailing random professors. You can always go to your past professors and ask them if they have any research projects, because they'll be more likely to want to work with you because there's some kind of rapport there. You were a past student of theirs, hopefully a good student, and Another way to find these research positions is to check job boards because they'll usually post if they need any kind of research assistant. Now, the last and final thing that I recommend spending your summer doing if you don't have an internship is to do a program with a company. So, two programs that I recommend in particular are the IBM Accelerate program and the Citibank Early ID program. So the IBM Accelerate program is basically an 8-week training program when I did it over the summer, and they teach you a bunch of great programming principles. In my time, they taught React and JavaScript. Yeah, React and JavaScript. And at the end of the program, if you did a good job, they'll usually offer you some kind of interview or opportunity to work at the company next summer. And it might have changed now. This was just back when I did it. But basically, it's a really, really great way to get some free education and get to work with a company and build some connections in that company, as well as setting yourself up for next summer. And that's the same thing with the Citibank Early ID program. I really like this program in particular because I feel like their mentoring structure is really good. You're assigned an individual mentor to help you through the process, and they go over a bunch of really great programming concepts that aren't taught in school at that point because their program is for sophomores, and a lot of the stuff they go over is taught in junior and senior year. So it's really helpful for preparing you for that next year of school too, in addition, of course, to the interview that they give you if you succeed during the program. I actually made a past video about the Citibank Early ID program that I'll link after this video. But yeah, those are the 5 things I recommend doing that really helped me get an internship my sophomore year of college. So if you found this video helpful, please drop a like and comment below. And if there's anything you'd like to see in future videos, also please comment that below. Thank you.